Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fragrant Bunker. Today we're going to do the top 5 Chanel perfumes for the month of July 2025. It is summery, it is warm or hot, could be cold in some climates if you're in the southern hemisphere. Looking at you, Australia, happy winter. Yeah, so it is. July is the beginning of summer. Well, technically June is, but July is the first month that is fully summer. The entire month is summer in the northern hemisphere. And then August, the entire month is summer. And then September is like half of it is summer. And then autumn begins. So this is our first full-blown summer month of the year. There are hot days. There are excruciatingly hot days. And then there are less hot days. I want to say, I don't know about you, but I have this sneaky suspicion that from year to year, the weather is getting hotter and hotter. Last year was insane. This year, it's also kind of doing some weird stuff. So anyway, for that kind of jumping into the void and not knowing what tomorrow will bring, I compiled a list of 5 Chanel perfumes that work for the heat, but then they can be tweaked or maybe even layered in some cases and then kind of elevated to cooler evenings as well. So before I start, I always say subscribe, thumb up the video, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. The first one is very much easy breezy for the summer weather, for that cooling berry effect. It is Gabrielle Lo. Now that berry in the top notes together with the aldehydes definitely delivers a refreshing, soothing vibe with the citruses in the top notes. And then it has that kind of peppery, zesty vibe because of that opening, including grapefruit accord, and then it goes into the white florals, tuberose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and then we have a smidge of, it's not really vanilla, it's a musk that it resembles a powdery feather effect, and it is quite soothing and dry on the skin, which counters really nicely heat. And the opening is a little bit rough for me, but it's the dry down that's really gorgeous because it becomes almost balmy, soothing, dry, and not really warm. Chanel perfumes are usually not warm. There are exceptions, definitely not sweet. Chanel perfumes are not sweet. But this one delivers a soothing, calming effect on me during summer months in general, but this July, I am enjoying it quite a bit. Gabrielle Lo. If I find a shopping link to this one for YouTube shopping, I'll be posting it as well, so go check it out in case I find one. And then the next one is also really good in winter. So for Australia, Australia's July, this one is really good and still available in Australia, I've heard. Unfortunately, not in the States, but it is available in Europe. And that would be Chanel's Pour Monsieur Eau de Toilette. Now, the Eau de Parfum is available in the States, but I think the Eau de Parfum is not available in Australia. Both EDP and EDT are available in Europe. My favorite is the EDT of the two concentrations because the EDP is a fougere while the EDT is a chypre. We do have oak moss in here, and we do have ginger. We have gorgeous Sicilian bergamot in the opening. The ginger comes in later. There's a smidge of labdanum. And then we do have woodsy accords in the base, a tiny bit of vanilla just to warm up the whole composition as it dries down on the skin. It is a beauty. Yes, it's been reformulated. I mean, this one was released in 1955. Henri Robert is the nose behind this one. During Coco Chanel's life, it was the only perfume catered to men under her leadership. And so she loved it so much that legend has it that she said to Henri Robert, we're not going to do another one. Like, this is the one. It's the counterpart to Chanel No. 5, and it is perfect the way it is. There's no need to do anything to it. Launched in 1955, the same year that Coco Chanel launched the 255 bag, which is my favorite bag. And then Also, Disneyland opened in 1955. So a lot went down in the 50s, especially in 55. And this historic fragrance, I'm so, so, so glad that it's still around. It's a pity that the EDT is not available worldwide anymore. Apparently, it wasn't that successful. They used to have this also as a 50 ml. They discontinued the 50 ml. You can only get the 100 ml. They also had 200 ml, 400 ml splash bottles. I still have a 200 milliliter splash bottle of this one. What can I say? It is beautiful in the morning. It gives you that fresh morning vibe with a smidge of bitterness delivered by the oak moss, and then it warms up on the skin as the day progresses. Not a lot of projection or longevity, but it doesn't matter. You take it with you, you reapply it throughout the day, and it's sophisticated. It really develops and evolves on the skin. It takes you on a journey. It starts at A, finishes at B, C, D, E, F, G. I mean, there's like the whole alphabet in here. It's really, really beautiful. And depending on your mood, it can also kind of scintillate a little bit. Either way, it follows your mood and adapts to your mood. It's a beautiful chameleon of a perfume. Very, very gender neutral, in my opinion, even though it's called for the gentleman, pour monsieur. But truth be told, perfumes know no gender for me. And this one, I've smelled it on ladies very often, and it's so beautiful. You can't do anything wrong with this one, honestly. It's just such a timeless beauty, beautifully sophisticated, and timeless, really, forever. And the batch code that I have here, if I can still see it, it's almost kind of polished away. 5303. This is an older bottle, a couple of years ago, because now we're already back to the ones. So we've had 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and now we're at the ones again. So this one is quite a little bit older, and the liquid turns a little bit darker, but it's still quite green. As it gets older, the vanilla oxidizes, so it does, that green tends to kind of turn a little bit honey brown green, which is a beautiful color as well. It ages beautifully, in my opinion. Love Pour Monsieur. Not sure I'll get a shopping link to this one, but if I do, I'm going to post it in this video. Thumb up the video, subscribe. And the next one is another beauty for the morning. Love this one in summer and in general, also in July. Odicolon. I do have a 200 ml bottle as well, but this one is, I know it's really expensive because it lasts 5 minutes on the skin, but the smaller bottle is really practical for on the go to freshen up throughout the day. And this is my favorite eau de cologne of all times. I mean, it's just so elevated. The quality of the neroli in here, the smidge of vanilla in the dried on, the musks in here are so beautiful, so delicate, so soft. They are powdery soft, feather light. Oh man, and there's a smidge of smokiness in there as well. It's hiding deep, 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 deep down inside there. If you really, really use eau de cologne often from Chanel's Exclusives range, it takes a lot of time to identify those hidden little notes and accords that allow you to kind of take this to a whole other level, like that smokiness, which is rarely, you rarely identify it consciously, but it is there. And like once you access that part, that hidden chamber of the perfume, it's like, oh my God, magic happened. I struck gold. And it usually happens in summer when you turn the air conditioning on. So it's kind of hot, but you're combating the hot with the cold of the aircon. So it's kind of cold, but it's artificially cold. In that habitat, you manage to tickle out the smokiness in eau de cologne, and it is just so beautiful. After showering in the morning, this is like fresh breakfast for the soul, for the olfactive senses, for the body. Just spray it all over, and you feel elevated. You feel like $1,000,000. It's that beautiful, and the composition is that delicate. Doesn't have to last long, you know, because some perfumes are meant to last forever, and some perfumes are meant to last a couple of minutes. But those few minutes are just amazing. I mean, think of it this way. It's like a climax. A good climax also lasts really short. It's not that long. But in that second, It's everything. And that's what this perfume is about as well. Number 4, speaking of the climax, the walk of shame the morning after. You've heard me talk about this one a lot. It would be Pari from Chanel, a Les Eaux collection, or the Les Eaux collection in eau de toilette concentration. Yes, I think they were supposed to be Odicolons, but last minute, back in 2018, when they were first launched, Pari was not launched with the original 3. The original 3 were Pari Deauville, Pari Biarritz, Pari Venice. All of the Les Eaux range has been formulated, conceived by Olivier Polge. Pari came a couple of years later, during the lockdowns, I believe, or like right as they were, what was it, 2021? 2022, when Pari came out? So, you know what I mean? 2022, I think. Rose, Damascus rose, patchouli, and aldehydes. But that patchouli is very earthy and soily, and the Damascus rose is very dusty and kind of like an ancient rose. And it is a beautiful combination. It has that pinky color. You can see when it's kind of put aside my the white part of my shirt. Hold on, there you go. And I love the pinky color, the rose color. And you can check out my review of Pari, where I talk about the fact that this one is dedicated to Paris. And it kind of smells of Paris, of the morning after in Paris as you're walking home, still wearing the clothes from yesterday. It's the Walk of Shame perfume. But in July, very refreshing, because that patchouli is earthy. It connects you, it grounds you. Which cools you down in a way, because usually, when it's very hot outside and you go to like some foresty location or gardeny location like here, and you really connect with the soil, it kind of, if you lay down in a meadow in the garden or on grass, it cools you down. Like earth has a tendency of just absorbing your pain and suffering, right? And so this one smells of that earthiness, but then it has roses in the air. The patchouli is in the ground, the roses are in the air. And that combination of the two delivers a beautiful balancing effect for me in July. It makes me feel balanced, it makes me sweat less, because it's a mental thing. It just makes you feel less stressed. Because you know how it is, like, you go out and then you're thinking to yourself, oh boy, I'm going to start sweating and I'm going to stain my armpits. It's going to look wet. Is somebody going to see? And then you start pressing yourself so that you sweat less, which makes you sweat more. And you feel so self-conscious about it. And your whole body cramps up. This one kind of helps me a little bit combat that feeling and lets me just loosen up a bit. So it's a very welcome help for me in July this year. Pari. And I love the smell of roses. I'm a sucker for a good rose in general. And I think I can find a shopping link to this one, because I think this one is available. So I'll post it down below. Oh, by the way, they have also created this is the 125 ml, but there's also a 50 ml, which is really great if you're flying, as a carry-on, because 125 ml, it's too big to take in your carry-on luggage, because 100 ml is the limit for liquids for carry-on, not for check-in luggage. But the 50 ml you can take with you. Not a big fan of the Pari shower gel, though. Strangely, that one doesn't smell right to me. The perfume does. Shower gel, no, too aggressive somehow for me. Although the shower gels of other Les Eaux, like Pari Riviera, oh my God, love it to bits. Dare I say that the shower gel of Pari Riviera is even better to me than the perfume Pari Riviera, which is also one of the launches from the Les Eaux collection. But Pari, much better as perfume than as shower gel, at least on my skin. The chemical reaction that happens there doesn't work as shower gel. Body lotion, better, but still I would not buy it for myself. The body lotion of Pari. Body lotion of Pari Riviera, yes, I would. Okay, now let's get to number 5. Thumb up the video, subscribe, and number 5 would be the majestic white floral, beautiful in summer, especially in the biggest heat when you overspray it. Oh my God, is this amazing? It is Gardinia by Chanel. Ernest Beau is the creator behind this one from the 20s. still in production today, however, in the eau de parfum concentration. And there have been rumors that they're going to bring back the extrait of Gardinia. In which capacity, how big or small the bottle is going to be, we don't know yet. Love it to bits. It is beautiful when overdosed. It has a coconut accord in there. You know, Gardinia, you can't really synthesize it. You have to create a fantasy bouquet mimicking Gardinia because nobody managed to really extract the smell, the essence of Gardinia. It kind of falls apart and you can't turn it into perfume form. So you have to trick it. Chanel really did a great job in tricking it, especially that poisonous green accord of a Gardinia is beautiful in this perfume when you overspray it. And I'm talking like 30 sprays, which I sometimes do in summer in the heat of July. Oh my God. And then it gets to that poisonous green vibe and I'm just surrounded by it. I love, 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 love when a Gardinia hits that green accord. Oh, so beautiful, almost like tonic in a way. This perfume is very soothing, calming. This one is great to go to sleep with right before you go to bed in summer. If you have the extrait, a couple of drops around the neck, on the chest, and it's almost balmy in a way. You're breathing it in, it calms you down and you fall asleep. If not, if you don't have the extrait splash, you do the perfume. The eau de parfum, you spray it a little bit and done. Or you could even do the oil because Chanel just in 2024 released the Les Exclusives oil of Gardinia. It lasts 5 minutes only. I mean, you know, it's not that intense, but it's so beautiful and soothing. You can massage it in on your chest, feet, arms a little bit, you know, and then you go to sleep. Or the tips of your hair, and you just it lulls you to sleep. Such a beautiful smell. Sometimes before washing my hair in summer, I would, like if I don't wash my hair for a day or two, you know, at the roots, it gets oily, very oily scalp. I would then, on the day that I'm washing my hair, I would, at least for the tips of the hair, I would kind of drench them in Gardenia oil and then twirl it in a bun and let it soak for like half an hour before I wash my hair. That oil also protects the hair from the water later and the shampoo, and it's so beautifully luscious afterwards and it smells divine. So I do that little trick sometimes as well. And yeah, Chanel really delivered with Gardinia. In summer, it's such a joy to work with all the different facets that they have of it. Well, for now, they discontinued the extrait unless you don't find leftover stock, but the oil really works very well. Also layering it with the eau de parfum. That would be my number 5 for July. Easy, breezy, summer, fun, maybe a little bit cheesy. Love you loads, guys. Let me know your favorite Chanels for the month of July 2025. And this has been our July summer Chanel garden, floral garden, florals in summer, groundbreaking. I know. Love you loads. Let me know your favorites down below. And until next time, never give up on fragrant love. Subscribe and thumb up the video. Bye.